So I'll just go in the backyard just for the fun of it. So, you know, like on a typical day, I go on my YouTube. Like every day I go on it. And then it's like I check the comments every day. I read every comment I can. You know, I usually read every one of you guys' comments. So here's some of you. So this is like my, hang on. So this is all of you right here. So this is the latest. I read all of you guys' comments, you know. So yeah. Yeah, you know, like this person right here, the Metrolink fan, is telling me about, it's kind of hard to do a weekly, daily, but yeah, this is like my budget video, like that I made the other time, like how do we afford California, like, well, that was just a budget video on how my budget is, but anyway, like, lately, how do we handle inflation, you know, I mean, like some people might think, like, how does a random person handle inflation, a situation like that? Well, you know, for us, or how has inflation been with us? Well, it seems like it's like I feel like it hasn't really. It doesn't seem like it's affecting us at the moment, you know, inflation, you know. But I mean, the only thing that we see different is that the food prices have definitely gone up. It has definitely gone up, and even going out to eat has gone up. So what do? Like, well, we retreat a little on our spending on things like that, you know. But the gasoline hasn't really gone that expensive. It hasn't been out of control lately. I mean, so you know what? It's like, I'm glad that we don't drive that much. I'm glad that we don't need a car that much, or we don't drive at that much. Not like for some people who may drive like hundreds of miles a day, you know. But for me, I'm glad that I only need to drive like 50 a day. I mean, and that's it. And I do that on my daily driver, the Kia, and the Kia is really good on gas. So yeah, I mean, how we been going with the inflation? Well, I mean, we got raises, right? I mean, we got a nice raise. I mean, both of us. So I mean, apparently, like, we're making more money now. I mean, so I mean, it kind of like the inflation is okay now because we got our raises and stuff. So we're all good. So inflation. So how is it going? Well, I mean, right now we don't feel anything. We're not feeling anything at the moment. And then, but another thing too, I mean, another thing, like, I'm hearing so much about the economy going downhill, especially the housing market. I mean, I heard about the housing market is going down, you know, I mean, big time, man. So it would be a nice time for Hector, my brother, to buy a house, you know, like if he waits a little bit longer, he could get a house at a really good price, you know. But the thing is, that's different, is the interest rates is what's going up. Big time, you know, like the Fed, like is deciding to tank the economy to control the inflation, you know, and I guess supposedly it's working, but it's taking drastic measures for the Fed, you know, to make it work, you know, like this. Inflation, because like people got out of control on their spending, especially like in 2020 when the government gave everybody free money in those days. It caused a really bad inflation and shit, you know. So yeah, anyway, I mean, well, I just know that, I mean, it's a mess with this inflation, and then they're trying to trim it down. They're trying to tone it down by raising interest rates on everything. I'm glad I don't have any credit cards. I have no credit cards, and I have no car payment. I'm glad I don't have any of those because it's not an issue. And then, of course, the economy going down, I hear so much about, and then I know, like, yeah, I know, especially in the housing industry, like to do with houses, like selling houses, or, well, realtors, you know, big time. And I heard about like 40% of them are hurting right now. And everything to do with housing industry, like title companies or escrows or whatever, I mean, they laid off a lot of people. I heard about all that. And then, you know, even places like other places like Amazon. I heard about Amazon laying off a lot of people and Facebook and all that stuff. Well, I mean, so if you would ask us, are we ready for any economic depression, if there would be any such thing that it could happen? I mean, I don't know about depression, but I know like that if they would stop printing money altogether, and if they would not give us free money like all the government, whatever. Well, if a recession was gonna hit, are we ready? Yeah, and I would say yes, because we actually have money saved up in our accounts, and we're not even using it. I mean, we don't have a car payment, so I mean, we don't have any bills. So and our raises, like the money that we getting extra, I mean, like that's helping us to put more money away, so we're ready for it. I mean, and then about the housing market. I mean, like, how do we feel? How do we feel about the fact that the housing market has gone downhill, and we paid like the full price for this house, so to speak? How do we feel? Well, I mean, I feel nothing about it, because you know why? It's because we're paying 3% interest, and that's where it stands. So, like, imagine, like, if you're going to buy a house for a lower price, it's going to be likelihood of higher interest, right? So the payments are going to kind of level off. I mean, so it won't matter. It would not have mattered if we would have waited. But, of course, maybe like, paying more interest would be better than well, you know what? Like, it'd probably be better, I mean, to have a lower principal and pay more interest than the other way around. But I mean, it doesn't matter how it goes, whether we're paying high interest and a low price for a house, or a high price for a house but low interest. It doesn't matter. It should still balance out the payment. It's all about the payment, like, and it's good for people who have cash, right? Like, the coming market is good for the person who has cash to buy a house. Yeah, that's perfect for that. But how many percent of us actually have cash to buy a house? I mean, probably about like maybe 1 or 2% of people have cash to buy a house. Well, for you guys, like for someone who has cash to buy a house, it's better to wait until another year for the prices to go down really low. But for the average person who has to make a loan, I mean, the payments are going to be the same regardless if the interest rate is low and the price of a house is high, or the other way around. It's still the same, about the same payment, so that's how we feel. That's the answer about how we feel about having paid full price for the house, but we got the low interest rate and it's locked. And another thing too, we are stuck with this house, but I don't care, because I'm happy here. I mean, at least it's a house that we're happy with. I mean, to be stuck with a house, but at least it's a house that we're happy with. I mean, that's what's important to me right now. I mean, I have no plans for leaving the place. So, I mean, that's how we're doing in this economic situation, So, yeah, I mean, anyway, so I just wanted to say hi. And I've been like on YouTube, if you guys wonder what type of videos I would like to watch. I like to watch informational videos like Scotty Kilmer, and lately I've been watching these like the economic things, that the inflation and the coming depression, or I mean, a lot of people speculate it's gonna be a really bad economy coming up. But I mean, the thing is, so you gotta remember one thing too. I mean, if the economy does go bad, it doesn't apply to everybody. I mean, like, not everybody gets hurt from it. Not everybody's harmed by it. I mean, it's like, because like if it gets really bad, I mean, even in the Great Depression, it got really bad. I mean, like, even in the Great Depression, only like 1/3. I mean, I think it was probably only 1/4 of the people lost their job, or 1/4 of people didn't have employment, while the other 3/4 did. So I mean, it won't apply to everybody. And I don't know about us. I know. I mean, our jobs. I hope our jobs is recession proof enough, but we're ready anyway. We're ready for it anyway. I mean, we have money in our accounts, in our savings, you know, just in case, you know, like, and we're keeping our cars payment free. We're keeping ourselves payment free on a car, so that's how it looks for us. I mean, that I would share. And so yeah, I mean, anyway, so I was just asking the question about the washer. So okay, well, I mean, and for my job, I mean, this week I'm gonna be working today. I mean, I'm gonna be working for the next 3 days, Monday through Wednesday, for 12 hours, because like we have to finish up the work before Thursday. Otherwise, we have to come in on Thursday to finish. But I mean, I see us finishing it, but because we did 2 weeks worth of work last week, and so I was very busy last week. So I mean, I worked like 12 hours, like for Tuesday, I think from Wednesday through Friday, and then 10 hours on Monday and Tuesday. So I hardly had time at home. So, and then I had to work on Saturday too this week. So I was kind of tied up, you know, with my job. So anyway, so while this week, I mean, it was all in exchange to be able to have Thursday and Friday off next week. Well, anyway, so I hope you liked this video. And so anyways, I guess I could say, I mean, my next video should be coming up as soon as I can. I want to probably put another old video, but I mean, I hope I'm not gonna get so tied up, so, in my job and stuff. So okay, well, I thought I would say hi, and I'll see you on the next video. All right.